What's going on, fam? Back with another video. Hope you guys have been doing well. For today's video, we're going to cover on today's massive liquidation event. We had nearly $1.7 billion in liquidations. I screenshotted this yesterday. It has gone down quite a bit, but nonetheless, massive liquidations, and I will tell you guys the implications of this. But without further ado, I'm Dope Oxide. I make content on YouTube, X, and CoinMarketCap, so be sure to follow his pages. Be sure to like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. First of all, for liquidations, $1.44 billion as it stands past 24 hours. We actually hit nearly a peak of $1.7 billion, which is way over our inflection point. I told you guys, generally, when we get over $750 million, we do get to a point that most likely we're either going to see a relief bounce, if not a macro bottom. And to see where we go about that, usually takes at least a few days to actually complete. We've seen that massive dump. We've seen massive liquidation cascades. And we have seen the crypto fear and greed index also drop, which is really good and aligns with my thesis that more than likely the sentiment has been reset enough and we can see a next leg up for Bitcoin in the next few weeks or so. Next up is a liquidation heat map. We had some liquidations getting built up both above us and below us. We took out the liquidations below us, which are of course the late longers. And when it comes to higher time frames, I do expect our liquidation level at the 119k or so to get actually hit, and more than likely we actually see liquidations to get massively up for the short side. Next up is the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, and look, same thing as before. We're having consolidation happen, and we just need to wait for a confirmation to happen for Ethereum to Bitcoin chart. The confirmation to actually close above is that 0.04 region, which is technically what? It's only about 8% from here, so it's actually not that much, and Ethereum in the past has done bigger daily candles than that, so I have no doubt that we can see a massive sharp V reversal, and more than likely we see that in the next few weeks. Next up is Ethereum to USD, and really, same goes. We had that massive liquidation cascade. When it comes to lower time frames, because of course you guys probably want to see how long this is going to take. When it comes to the relief bounce, I do expect for it to happen in the next few days or so. We're already seeing massive bullish divergences print on the RSI. As you guys can see, higher lows and higher highs on the RSI, whereas we're actually getting lower lows on the price. So good to see. Same goes for Bitcoin. If I actually zoom out to the lower time frames on Bitcoin on the 4 hour at least, let me just go on that RSI. Yeah, as you guys can see, we're printing technically a bullish divergence. We're having higher lows and higher highs on the RSI, whereas we're actually getting lower prints. So good to see. And this just tells me on the lower time frames at least, I do expect a reversal to the upside. Even like we can actually break out of this flag, then consolidate above that key region, which is the 112.8k level. I really want that level to be reclaimed, because that will more than likely tell me that this could possibly be a deviation, all of this price action here, and then we can actually reverse to the upside and make new higher highs and higher lows for Bitcoin. But just to remind you guys as well, like look, if you guys zoom out, we're technically still in a bullish pattern. We're still bullish on higher time frames, and really this is all noise. As you guys can see, on the start of September, we actually wicked down to that 107k level. We're still way above that, and this is technically just a higher low print in the making. Obviously not confirmed as of yet, because we could still have a massive dump to the downside. If this weekly close closes anywhere above the 112.8k level, I would deem that quite bullish, because we're retesting resistances as support, we're flipping them, and really looking like we actually continue to the upside. Next up is the total 3, and it's actually looking quite bullish. As you guys can see, we had that massive breakout for the past few weeks or so, and really we're just retesting. Let me just zoom in. As you guys can see, we had that little parabolic move to the upside. We broke it, and we retested it as resistance and smashed down to the downside. And really, as long as we hold this 1.08 trillion level, it's really looking like the total 3 is looking very healthy, and more than likely, as long as we reclaim this and hold this as support, we can expect new highs to be made. Next up is stock market. Look, stock market's going absolutely bananas. This just tells me risk on is going to have an absolute parabolic run to the upside. Let me just zoom out. Like, look at that. Look how crazy the stock market is looking. It's just straight up only. And same goes for gold. Gold is having a massive run. It actually reclaimed that fourth wave parabolic move. Generally, when we break down, it keeps on breaking down. But obviously, gold has more legs to the upside. And if I just do some quick analysis, generally when gold tops, we can expect a move for Bitcoin. And as you guys can see, our previous all-time high for gold was around the 21st of April. And if we go back to the 21st of April, what was Bitcoin doing at the time? As you guys can see, 21st of April was basically when Bitcoin really started to move to that 120k level. Basically when gold topped, we actually had a massive move of 46% for Bitcoin. So what does this tell us? This tells us once gold finishes its move, more than likely a few more $100 or so for gold, I do expect that rotation to kick in for Bitcoin, and we can expect a massive, humongous risk on asset bull market for our base native token assets. So once again, everything is intact. There is zero reason to be bearish. Once gold tops, once the stock market tops, I do expect risk on assets to go absolutely bananas when it comes to the crypto market. When it comes to Average chart saying the same story, which is having a little decline, and there really isn't anything else to say. When it comes to my invalidation points, really I would say is the base of its pennant. We're still way off. We're still technically, what is it, about 7% away from the base of that pennant we actually broke out of. That would actually be my invalidation point, and if we were to have weekly closes below, we might have to agree on that the trend is changing. Something else is happening on the markets. Before I continue on to the latter part of the video, I'm going to play a segment that supports the channel. If you guys are looking for the fastest trading bot to add to your suite, I do recommend the BaseBot. BaseBot is the fastest trading bot on any chain that have support for Ethereum, Base, Binance Smart Chain, etc. And personally, I use it for my trading suite for degen trading. It has the fastest transaction speeds. It has multi-wallet support. It has support for Base, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Solana, etc. And my most favorite thing about the bot is it has full anti-MEV protection, so you don't have to worry about getting sandwich attacked on any EVM chains. But when it comes to Base Trading Bot, it is the fastest Telegram trading bot, and personally I use it. Be sure to click on the link in the description below, and thank you for supporting the channel, and I will continue now to our next segment of this video. Next up is Toshi. I told you guys multiple times we really wanted to stay above that 7.7 region since that was the breakout point. But of course, the markets have dragged Toshi down quite a bit. This could technically mean this is all of a deviation, but I want to tell you the facts. Something bullish to note is though, the 4-hour RSI is going to be heavily bottomed within the next few days or so. And generally, zooming out, as you guys can see, every time Toshi has bottomed on the 4-hour RSI, it usually indicates a bottom, if not the macro bottom for the move. So after circling these moves out, as you guys can see, the 4-hour RSI bottomed here, here, as well as here. So once again, basically whenever the 4-hour RSI for Toshi has bottomed, we can expect a bottoming in the price. Basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 out of the 5 times it has caused the macro bottom, and I do expect the same. Definitely good odds, and I do expect more listings to come to actually boost the Toshi price. So if I was to draw this out, really, I would expect bullish divergences to get printed, and the Toshi price to have a marginal lower low, probably no lower than the 6.7 region, which was our previous higher high. And as long as that is held and we have the 4-hour RSI actually fully bottoming out, more than likely the Toshi bottom is in. We can expect a new trend to be made for Toshi, and more than likely Base Chain can actually recover, because of course Toshi is one of the major indicators of Base Chain's ecosystem's health, because Toshi is the #1 base native meme coin. Next up is the Altcoin season index chart. I told you guys yesterday, look, it looks like it bugged out and they still haven't fixed it. So I'm not going to give this chart as much merit as before, because it was clear to me that it had glitched out. If I go to the yearly, like, look, it just looks so stupid to me. I don't know why they haven't fixed it yet. It's a clear glitch to me. It could also be manipulation. Let's see, but I would say it has to be a glitch. But for them to not fix it, it could actually be manipulation, because look, like, the data is just clearly wrong. Like, this spike has never been done before, and it just doesn't look right to me. So there's my opinion around that. I will keep monitoring it and show it to you guys, but just in my opinion, this just shows it's not as accurate as I originally thought. Next up is the crypto fear, greed, and index. And as you guys can see, we had a fearful reading. I really want to see an extreme fear reading in the next few days or so. Let's see if we get that, because that basically means to me the sentiment has been completely reset, and more than likely we're in a bottoming formation for Bitcoin as well as Ethereum. Next up is the Fed Watch tool. As you guys can see, 90% chance of having a 25 bips rate cut for October's meeting. This tells us that we're more than likely going to see a rate cut, and more than likely we're going to see risk on assets really pricing this rate cut, and will be very bullish for the markets. But of course, when it comes to this retracement, in my opinion, this retracement short term, this liquidation cascade we had is very bullish in my opinion, because generally, like I have always told you guys, $750 million or more is generally an inflection point, and I do expect a bottoming formation to occur for the next few days, and we can really get out of this local bottom and make new highs. It's quite funny to see that we had over $1 billion in Bitcoin liquidations, But Bitcoin's still 112k. Like 112k in any other world is just absolutely amazing. And it's just pretty fun to see that the sentiment is resetting. Everyone's getting bearish. That's just so interesting to me because it's just pretty funny to see, like, because just even a year ago, that would have been unheard of. As you guys can see, September last year, where were we in September last year? September last year, we're at the 64k area or so, and I can tell you that we were way more euphoric at the time. We would just drag down sentiment-wise for so long in this region, and to be honest, this dump here has felt the same as we did back in August. And just another reminder once again, none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion, and I'm just relaying what I see to the charts. But that's all to the video, guys. Hope you guys liked the video. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below if you have any questions. Be sure to sign up with the base trading bot link down in the description below. It helps the channel. Thank you for supporting the channel. But that's all to the video, guys. Have a good one. Have a good day. Peace.